So the last thing we reviewed was the numbers.
Yeah, and we did the L a lot too.
Yeah. Let's salad. Let's salad.
Yeah, and sometimes you really do have that overexertion, an overexertion on the L. That you really do elongate the L sound. Yeah, and that's very noticeably here. A very good diagram. And see if the arch of the tongue is tilted diagonally up and rubs here against the ceiling. That's when you have these really strong sounds, right, that you hear. If the tongue arches up and so tilts against the ceiling. We practice that one, yeah, we already tried to create a little awareness. Yeah, the numbers are fine. And if you do 11, right, 11, that's 11. Actually, that's where you have the L. Right? So yeah, let me try it one more time. 11, 11. 11. Good. 11. Well, now you're doing it well. Now you're doing it well. At least the first example there was really good. Right? Relatively distinctive resonant vowel. That's good. So you still have that elongation of the L. It's more moderate here. Yeah, it's more nuanced. 11. Yeah, good. That's not as strong if you compare contrast. 11. Right, well, stronger here, right? 12. That's that also has an L, right? 12. I mean, some people may just say 12, right? 12. Let's see if you can integrate that little L, right? 12. 12. This is decent. Here the vowel becomes low, right? Here the vowel spills a little bit. That's often the case in front of the L. 12. Good. Well, see, it's actually just one syllable. However, there are multiple sound elements. See, there's the T and the we, and then live, right? Live. So what you could do to make this easier, that's interesting, right? Wed, take a little pause, say live. Wed, live. Wed. Try that, and then you can become really conscious of how that word has distinctive sound elements that need to be sequenced, right? You need to sequence the sound elements distinctively, especially focus on maintaining the vowel. See this? But yeah, so let's record that, and just focus on those sound elements with this. See that? See how your L is much more distinctive here, right? See that? And you actually don't overexert as much, right? Compare contrast. Right? Just moderately, right? Minimally. Compare contrast. Okay, there, I mean here. Right? It should be more like the like a really prompt. So that's pretty good the way you do the. So all of these L sounds are okay. They're not just strong. Let's say this one's. Let's take this one. Observe how you did the.
Wet.
So we don't even need the D.
Wet. Live. Live.
Right? Where live. Now just add a T, right? Where live.
Live.
See that? Here, see how you have all the discrete, distinctive sound elements, right? That you would find in that word. To where live. Because in English, you would sequence definitely left to right. You would sequence. So you just have to do it.
Well,
It's a bit like skimming the stone, right? It's like skimming. You skim the stone in an elegant way so that it bounces, right? And doesn't just drown, doesn't just sink. Right? To where live.
where live.
And just add the T, right? Just add the T, and then you're done.
Where live.
So when you try that, make this a little bigger so we see it.
Where live.
Try that. To where live. To where live.
To well at the. To well at the. To well up. To well up. To well up. To well up.
So that's already very good. That's pretty good, right?
To well.
Possibly.
To well.
So you do an ooh, right? Too well, and that's not really necessary. Just a schwa. This would be sufficient.
To well up.
Yeah, now you do have more of these distinctive elements. So let's take a look.
Where live.
See, that wasn't okay. No.
To well.
See how you don't necessarily hear all the elements here, right?
To well.
You definitely have more rhythm. You have more rhythm and more intonation. See that? And you can see the distinctive elements. So you can see possibly the stone bouncing from the T, the W, and the L.
To well.
Here, see that? How that's more entangled, right? Here everything is actually more entangled somehow. And here you do sequence, right? You should actually sequence the elements distinctively, right? And vibrantly.
To well.
See on the metric scale and index, see on the metric index, this see here, this is 55, right? Sequence transition the sound elements. Right? That's important as opposed to that entanglement. That entanglement, that's number 22, right? Entanglement of sound elements. So you wouldn't score that high, right, on the magnitude of distinction for entanglement of sound elements. You still do that a lot, so that would still be 3, right? And then higher, you moderate that, right? Just to make that sort of even with the other qualities. So you still need to score higher to do that less, and then do more with sequencing, right? So less entanglement, more sequencing for English, right? More sequence, the transition of sound elements. And then also here, right, flip into a consonant, right? Avoid spillage, that you sort of flip promptly, right? So very prompt, flipping. It's more impulsive, right? More sort of impulsive and rhythmic flipping into the consonant, right? To where, to where, right from the vowel to the consonant, so as opposed to 12, right? 12, where the vowel spills more, right? It should flip more, right? So here, right, you could also score higher still, and so we could take this over a certain period, and you could also alternate always before after, right? You could always do sort of a before after. This is the way you did it on that day, and possibly return to it after 2 or 3 days, right? And then reevaluate it. That's good. And keep the tongue kind of low. If you see, if you arch the tongue up, it cuts off the airflow, right? And then it makes most of a sound. So just keep the tongue relaxed so the throat is open.
Tella.
Yeah, like that. See, now you have it.
Tella.
Right? Good.
Tella.
Good.
Tella.
Now just add me. Tell me. Really quick. Tell me. Very good. That sounds much more, that already sounds pretty North American. That sounds more North American. Good.
Telling me.
Right?
Telling me. Telling me.
Compare that to earlier, what you had here.
Tell me. Would you please tell me? Would you please tell me?
They tend to do more.
Tell me.
See, that's not,
Tell me.
that is,
Hear the difference.
yeah.
Okay. Which tells me.
See, now your L gets muffled a little bit here.
Tells me.
Yeah, a lot of people have a problem with the L.
Tells me.
See, no L. L. It's the frontmost, right? L. Tells me.
Tells.
So you tend to just have ow. Tells me.
Tells.
Take a look at the L here.
Which tells me.
See, you have it more accurately here, actually, earlier.
Tells me.
Right?
It is healing well.
Here you have more of a L. Yes, yeah, it's more of an L, right? L. Here's more O, right? They want tells. Tells me.
Is not swollen, not red, which tells me it's healing well.
Tells me.
Healing well.
Good.
Tells me. Yeah. Tells.
Yeah, I think the L's still kind of muffled here.
Tells.
See, it's L. Tells. What you need to do is get the tip of the tongue up into that upper root of the upper tooth. It's the frontmost alveolar consonant. Right. Then it's always hard to transition. Let's do a little piece. See if you can do this row here, right? Okay, go ahead.
Tell, bells, peels, ovals, pills, rails, pulls, mills, lulls,